motion to adjourn the House is deemed to have been made and seconded at this time. Therefore, the question is that this House do now adjourn. The honourable member for Halifax.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Something really exciting is happening in Nova Scotia. There's a very exciting announcement this summer where our government announced that they are looking to get 25% renewables online by 2015. This is a pretty ambitious target when you consider the fact that Nova Scotia, we don't have vast sources of hydro like other provinces, and the vast majority of our electricity actually does come from coal-fired power plants. So I applaud the NDP government in Nova Scotia for this bold move. And we're one of many provinces across Canada who are looking to renewables to clean up our electricity systems while at the same time creating the jobs of tomorrow. Now, earlier this month in question period, I asked the minister if the federal government planned on being a serious partner with the provinces in these efforts. And right now, it doesn't look like they are ready to be that serious partner because the Eco-Energy for Renewable Power project is out of money for new projects. And the Sustainable Development Technology Program, well, it was completely absent from this last budget. And it hurts Nova Scotia. This hurts Atlantic Canada. And it hurts all of Canada, Madam Speaker. This government is funding carbon sequestration projects over renewables at a ratio of 7-to-1, sending more of our money to oil companies and coal-fired plants than to tidal research or wind or solar. We have all kinds of wind producers in Nova Scotia, as an example. And in Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, PEI, Newfoundland and Labrador, we are poised to produce green power, clean power. And we've got literally a tar sands worth of jobs right there waiting for it if we would just invest strategically in research and development. Now, the Pembina Institute and Environment Northeast have done a really great analysis of this past budget in relation to renewables and energy efficiency technology. And they actually did give this budget a failing grade. And despite the government's claim that we're in step with our American neighbors, we are in fact being outspent on renewables by a ratio of 18-to-1 at the federal level. And these two groups point out that the relative share of expenditures between our two countries is really important when you consider the interconnectedness of our energy markets, and that we actually compete for clean energy jobs and capital investments. The relative levels of government investment and support in clean energy will actually play a part in dictating where clean energy investments are likely to happen. Now, I've witnessed this in Nova Scotia, Madam Speaker, at both the micro and the macro level. Starting with the macro, in Halifax, I've met incredible researchers who are doing this kind of research and development in renewables, in particular in tidal and wind, and we are a center of research and innovation in Halifax. We are a hub of knowledge and exploration, and it's this kind of work that must be supported federally with programs like the SDT and Eco-Energy Renewable Power. And on the micro level, in Nova Scotia, I have the privilege to work on demand-side management programs. These are energy efficiency programs that would actually be paid for and run by the utility. And this was part of my work with the Affordable Energy Coalition prior to being elected. In developing these programs, we actually had to have a budget line right there. It was there for training new workers for these green jobs that we had created. Now, it wasn't very many jobs, but we created jobs by investing in the green economy, by investing in green technologies. And this is what we're losing out on if we fail to continue funding important programs like this. Madam Speaker, I call on this government to renew funding for Sustainable Development Technology Program and the Eco-Energy for Renewable Power Program as soon as possible to ensure.
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the President of the Treasury Board.
Madam Speaker, allow me to shine the light of reality on the real and significant extent to which the Government of Canada is supporting the full spectrum of Canada's diverse energy sector. This government is putting into action a balanced set of initiatives that are delivering tangible benefits for Canadians by increasing our competitiveness, creating jobs, and improving our air quality and the environment. I should not need to remind you that Canada is blessed with unparalleled economic advantages and resources. This government recognizes its responsibilities to leverage those advantages to secure Canada's place as a clean energy superpower and a leader in green job creation. We lead the world in clean electricity generation and will continue to do so. Canada's electricity supply mix is already one of the cleanest in the world, and we plan on making it even better through regulation. That's why we have set the goal of providing 90% of Canada's electricity needs by non-emitting sources such as hydro, nuclear, solar, or wind power by 2020. We are making the investments to make that happen, Madam Speaker. Natural Resources Canada is investing over $7 billion in clean energy through initiatives such as our eco-energy programs, the Clean Energy Fund, and Sustainable Development Technology Canada. Renewable energy investments. Budget 2010 announced $100 million over the next 4 years to establish a next-generation renewable power initiative that will support clean energy technologies in the forest sector. That's good news for my home province of British Columbia and all forestry regions. Our initiatives and our investments are helping Canadians use energy more efficiently, boost renewable energy supplies, and develop cleaner energy technologies. This investment is creating jobs and providing economic and environmental benefits coast to coast to coast, and will continue to do so for many years to come. Our renewable energy incentive programs provide incentives for each unit of energy produced for several years. The $1.5 billion Eco-Energy for Renewable Power initiative provides incentives for up to 10 years after a project is built and is leveraging $14 billion of private investments over 20 years. The $1.5 billion Eco-Energy for Biofuels initiative provides incentives for up to 7 years after a project is built. Many of these projects are still being built or will be built shortly, which means that these programs are also creating jobs in trades and construction. While these projects are being built, and for several years after these projects are built, they create and maintain green jobs and provide economic and environmental benefits for Canadians. Our Clean Energy Fund is investing up to $146 million over 5 years for renewable and clean energy demonstration projects, including the integration of renewable energy sources for heat and power. In addition to our renewable energy programs, our energy efficiency programs support businesses, industry, and households, reduce the amount of energy they use, helping the environment and leaving more money in the pockets of Canadians. We are also investing in clean energy technologies and demonstrate the greatest potential for progress, such as carbon capture and storage. These programs are substantial and ongoing investments in jobs, our economy, and our environment. Our $7 billion investment in clean energy at Natural Resources Canada has achieved results and will continue to do so for the coming years. Our actions are paying off. By developing and deploying clean energy technologies, we are helping Canada become a clean energy superpower.
The honourable member for Halifax.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I heard about forests, I heard about hydro, I heard about nuclear. Well, it isn't enough to tout current practices and current projects focusing on science and technology of the past. I'm talking about the jobs of the future, the investments of the future, the innovations that we can't even possibly imagine yet. If we continue to focus on the old energy economy, we'll lose jobs and we'll lose opportunities for private investment. If the Obama administration is investing in research and development at a rate of 18 to 1 compared to Canada, where would you put your money, Madam Speaker? I bet it wouldn't be Canada. Not with those odds. Not with the odds of finding the next breakthrough in renewables in the US versus Canada. The time for action is now for the health of our planet and for the health of our economy. I hope this government comes to realize it soon, Madam Speaker.
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.